Hi guys, my name is Marie, and if you're new to my channel, I'm a personal trainer and I post new videos every week. So we're hanging out in the office again. If you watched my last video about the scale, then you know I injured my elbow. So update on that, I don't have to wear a brace anymore, yay! However, I did see the orthopedist yesterday. They told me no brace, they didn't see any fracture, however, can't really lift weights until my arm gets better because it still hurts. Like even tying my hair up today, it hurt. I don't know why I demonstrated that. Anyway, so once that's healed, I'll have more upper body workouts. So for now, I'll be doing more videos on workout tips and then abs and legs until my arm heals. So thank you guys for being patient. So for today's video, I'll be talking about my 5 tips on building habits that last with realistic strategies and no guilt, no burnout. So let's get started. Why do healthy habits matter? So even the tiniest, smallest habit can build up to a bigger picture. So let's say you're drinking a little extra water, that can still add to your overall health. And I know some of us are really excited and we just want to do everything all at once, but it's much better to start small and then build upon it. So when I think about whether it's fitness or just any habit in general, you want to start small. It's like building a house. You want to have the foundation first, right? So if that foundation means you're going brick by brick or tiny step by tiny step, I would rather have you do that and then progressively make it harder, you know, add more steps, add more bricks, whatever it is, then you will build sustainable change versus going 0 to 100 really fast. For example, when it came to fitness, I was not the most athletic kid in school. I did not like PE. I felt like I almost got picked near last, or I wouldn't say last, but I was pretty close to getting picked last in PE. I did swimming in high school, which was cool, but it's not like I was athletically talented or anything like that. So when it came to working out, like I didn't know anything outside of the pool and what we learned in like the gym while we were in swim practice or PE. So I really wanted to get fit, but I didn't know how to get started. So I remember going to my college gym, kind of just doing, you know, whatever here and there. And I was just too afraid to actually step foot in the gym. So I found these YouTube videos from Blogilates, and I still love her to this day. They're really hard, so check them out. Anyway, so I remember I would do her YouTube videos in my room because that's where I felt the most comfortable. So it started with like 1 or 2 videos, and then maybe like 2 to 3. So I would do it like once a week, then maybe twice, 3 times. And if you know her or follow her, she usually has a whole like workout calendar of what videos to do on each of the days. And I think she has an app now. Once I built that foundation, I was doing, I don't know, 5-6 days, however many days she wanted us to work out, I was doing that calendar diligently. But to start, I was probably only doing like 1 or 2 videos at a time, especially because I had never done Pilates before, and also my fitness level had always fluctuated. So after swim team and getting into college, I wasn't as fit. So doing those videos, I had to start slow. Otherwise, I would have been overwhelmed and stopped. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that we need to have realistic expectations on what we can actually achieve. I always tell my clients to choose the simplest thing that you know 100% you can do. Even if it's only walking an extra 5 minutes, or drinking another glass of water every day, or sleeping 20 minutes earlier. I would much rather have you do something small and consistent than do something really intense and then fall off. As a trainer, I get a lot of clients that tell me they want to become healthier. And one of the first things I ask is, what does healthy look like to you? So definitely be specific. So a lot of times people are like, I want to be healthier, and it looks completely different from person to person, right? So even with your habits, you want to be specific. You can't just say, oh, I want to be healthier. I want to have healthier habits. What healthy habit would you like to work on? So let's say you feel like water is the easiest goal or habit that you can accomplish in the next few weeks. So go ahead and do just 1 extra glass of water every other day or every day. Do it where it's specific and it's small, because then that way you're consistent. And at the end of the day, consistency beats intensity. Also, I don't think we realize the little things really add up. So besides water, let's say your goal is to move more. So let's be specific. Let's say you want to move 10 and 20 minutes more every single day, whether that's like working out or walking. And you don't realize in 10, 20 minutes, let's say 5 days a week, that could be anywhere from 50 minutes a week, or it could be 100 minutes a week. And that really adds up. You don't realize the 20 minutes or even 10 minutes that you're moving around can add up to a bigger picture. And then eventually, once you have this habit established, then you can always make it harder, right? You can add an extra 5 minutes. You can add another activity. You can add another habit. So now maybe you're thinking, okay, I need to sleep a little earlier. I'm gonna just push my bedtime 10 minutes earlier. And then you can progressively make it more challenging. So track progress, not perfection. Okay, so as much as you probably hate to hear me say this, perfection does not exist. So striving for it is unrealistic and also exhausting. So I always tell my clients, do your best, whatever that may look like. So maybe you only feel 50% today, show up at 50%. Another piece of advice that I love is be 1% better than you were yesterday. I feel like we can all spare 1% better than the day before. And when it comes to tracking, I love habit trackers, to-do lists, notes. It doesn't have to be fancy, right? Like I like to write it out, like, okay, I have my water, this and that. There are plenty of apps that you could track your habits. You can even use a sticky note. You can put, I had an extra glass of water today, I slept a little earlier, I worked out, blah, blah. You can even find them online where it's cute, where every single day has a little bubble or has whatever habit, and then you can just fill it in or cross it out. And then that way you feel really accomplished, and visually you can see that the progress that you're making. Also, habit trackers are just really fun. I do love the visual aspect because then I have to cross out or fill in the bubble saying that I did my habit for the day. And then it also just shows you visually how much progress you've made in the past couple days or week or month. And also I feel a sense of accomplishment. It definitely helps me stay accountable to sticking with my habits. Choose habits that you like. So let's say you love to cook and you want to eat healthier, you want more veggies, whatever it is. So choose cooking more greens in your meals. The more you enjoy it, the more likely you are to do it. And then eventually, once you've mastered that, then you can start doing habits that you may not like as much. So for me, I've gotten to a much better habit of strength training. Like I don't really have to worry about that. I mean, minus my elbow injury right now, I was pretty good with strength training. It was the cardio aspect that I wanted to build my habits on. So for me, I would start something small and I would start with something I like. So I have a love-hate relationship with the Stairmaster. However, I will step on the Stairmaster and do what I need to do because it's an effective workout. So overall, I like it because I don't have to do it for that long, but I just, hate that feeling because you're all sweaty and stuff, but I love that it's effective. So that's what I would do if I were trying to incorporate more cardio. I would do the cardio activities that I like. So Stairmaster. Or for me, because we have a puppy, then I would take her out on walks. So that way I play around with my step goal. Like, okay, right now I'm at 6,000, 8,000 steps and I want to get to 10,000. So you want to make it fun, and you also want to make sure there's a way to track it. Like I said, with the habit trackers, whether it's on your phone, whether it's a piece of paper, notes, whatever it is, it really helps writing it down and making sure that you've completed it. And sometimes when it comes to building habits, of course there will be setbacks, like my arm. So I can't lift right now. However, this is a time and opportunity for you to be creative. So I'm using myself as an example. Just because I can't use my arm doesn't mean that I can't work out my abs and my legs. So one of my goals is to get at least 8,000 steps a day. I feel like that helps a lot in bonus points if I can get 10,000 steps. So I'm walking everywhere because can't lift my arms right now. And it's also a little hard to lift, not with my legs, but I can't hold dumbbells or set up the bar or anything. So I may have to stick with body weight leg exercises. So it's kind of just like fun problem solving when it comes to these setbacks, right? Because I did not foresee this elbow injury at all. It kind of threw me in for a loop and is testing my routine right now. So my new healthy habits are to get 8,000 steps and to work out at least twice a week when it comes to legs and core. I feel like for me, that is the most realistic, especially because I can't lift with my arms right now. So if you feel like your habits aren't sticking, maybe change the habit. Maybe the water one is getting boring, or you don't like it enough to stick with it. Or maybe it's a lot harder than you thought. Sometimes we don't realize how challenging this might be, and so you really just need to make it even simpler, right? It's just all about going back to the drawing board and fixing it up so that you can accomplish it. You want to set yourself up for success, and I think a lot of times we think we can do all these things and we bite off more than we can chew, and then we fail, and then we feel bad, and then we decide, oh, healthy habits are not for us, we're just going to stay the same. No, you can definitely change. Just start small and then build up. Overall, when it comes to habits, you want to keep it small, you want to keep it specific, have some sort of tracker, and then choose the habit that you like to do. And if it's not working for you, go back on the drawing board and change it up, because it is all about being creative and problem solving. Maybe the habit that you chose is just not working for you right now, and that's not to say that you can't do it later on. Healthy habits aren't about being perfect. It's all about progress, and progress is only made by practice. So the more you practice this, the better you'll be. And you're not always going to have the best days, right? Some days you don't feel so great, some days you're feeling amazing. And it's all about going with the flow and doing the best you can and being 1% better every day. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, I'd love to hear what habits you guys are working on, so please leave it in the comments below. If you're interested in training, I do in-person and virtual training, as well as create customized online training programs. So email me if you're interested. If you'd like to collab, you can also email me. Lastly, I have a newsletter. If you guys want to sign up, I'll put the link in the description below. And until next time, bye.